Hello, Jake. Are you excited about today's lesson?
Absolutely, Emma. I love discussing environmental topics. What are we covering today?
We're diving into environmental and scientific discourse, focusing on some key vocabulary.
That sounds great. I could use more terms in the environmental context.
Fantastic. Our vocabulary includes anthropogenic, biodiversity, carbon footprint, ecosystem, and mitigation.
Awesome. Those terms are really important in science these days.
Definitely. Let's start with a brief overview of academic science discourse, shall we?
Sure. Academic science often emphasizes clarity and precision. Is that what we will cover?
Exactly, Jake. Academic discourse requires us to express complex ideas clearly.
Right. So it's not just about using big words, but using them properly, yeah?
Exactly. Let's engage these concepts in our dialogue. Ready?
Absolutely. I've been reading about the anthropogenic effects on climate change lately.
That's a great start. Can you tell me more about those anthropogenic effects?
Sure. Human activities are, like, a major driver in climate change. The carbon footprints we leave are significant.
Yes, you're correct about the carbon footprints. They show how our choices impact the environment.
Right, and it's crucial to understand that these footprints vary widely depending on where we live.
Absolutely. Different regions have different ecosystems that contribute to our biodiversity.
Biodiversity is vital. It supports ecosystem health, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Biodiversity helps maintain balance in ecosystems. Can you name a few examples?
Like forests and oceans? They have diverse species that interact.
Exactly. And protecting these ecosystems is key to mitigation efforts.
Mitigation? You mean like finding ways to reduce our negative impacts?
Precisely. Mitigation includes actions like conserving energy and supporting renewable resources.
Got it. So, if we want to improve biodiversity, we should start mitigating our impacts, right?
Exactly. It's a cycle. Improving one aspect helps the others. Well done, Jake.
Thanks. I love how interconnected everything is in the environment.
Me too. Now, let's move to some more examples to solidify our understanding.
Sure. Can you give me some example sentences for the vocabulary?
Of course. For anthropogenic, I could say, the anthropogenic activities have led to significant environmental changes.
That makes sense. What about biodiversity?
Biodiversity is essential for a healthy ecosystem, as it promotes resilience to environmental changes.
I see. And how do we integrate carbon footprint into sentences?
Calculating your carbon footprint can help you make greener choices.
Great. Last two words are ecosystem and mitigation, right?
Yes. For ecosystem, consider each ecosystem supports unique species and ecological processes. And for mitigation, strategies for climate change mitigation include reforestation and renewable energy investments.
These examples really help clarify the meanings. Thanks, Emma.
You're very welcome. Now let's actively use these words in the next dialogue.
Sounds great. I recently learned that urban areas can have significant anthropogenic effects on local ecosystems.
That's a keen observation. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, when cities expand, they disrupt habitats and reduce biodiversity, right?
Exactly. Urbanization can lead to habitat loss, affecting both wildlife and plant species.
And because of that, the ecosystem stability is compromised. We need serious mitigation measures.
You're spot on. Mitigation is crucial for preserving biodiversity in urban environments.
Are there successful strategies out there? Like, what can cities do to reduce their carbon footprint?
Cities can implement green spaces and promote public transport to lessen their carbon footprint.
That's a smart idea. Green spaces might also enhance the local ecosystem.
Absolutely. They encourage biodiversity, providing habitats for various species.
Right. So, investing in our surroundings can support both biodiversity and mitigation efforts.
Exactly, Jake. It all intersects beautifully. What else have you learned recently?
I read that many non-anthropogenic factors, like volcanic eruptions, also affect ecosystems.
Very true. Natural events can have dramatic impacts, but we must focus on our anthropogenic effects too.
That's fair. So we should balance mitigation strategies for both human and natural influences, correct?
Yes. A balanced approach is essential for sustainable development.
Got it. I feel more equipped to discuss environmental science now.
I'm glad to hear that. Now let's practice what we've learned with some questions.
I'm ready. What should I do?
Great. First question. What does anthropogenic refer to in environmental terms?
It refers to effects or processes that are derived from human activity, right?
Exactly. Second question. Why is biodiversity important?
Biodiversity is important because it maintains ecosystem balance and resilience.
Right. Third question. How can we reduce our carbon footprint?
We can reduce our carbon footprint by using public transport, eating less meat, and conserving energy.
Fantastic. Fourth question. What is an ecosystem?
An ecosystem is a community of living organisms interacting with their environment.
Correct. Last question. What is mitigation? Can you give a brief definition?
Mitigation refers to efforts made to reduce or prevent the impact of climate change.
Perfect. You've done remarkably well, Jake. Let's conclude this lesson.
Thanks. I really enjoyed it. What's next for our lessons?
Next time, we will explore renewable energy and its impact on the environment.
I can't wait. See you next time, Emma.
See you, Jake. Take care.